Welcome, weebs, gamers, and nerds alike. Winter season had some great shows, and with that came some downright amazing moments. Ones that leave you in awe at the animation, or just in a puddle crying as they yanked out your heartstrings. So today, we're going over 10 of the best moments from Winter 2025. Be warned, there will be spoilers ahead. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on more key content. Without further ado, let's get into the list. Kicking off this list, we have Sung Jin-woo versus Biru. Of course, we have to have some soul leveling clickbait, but you can't have a list of the best moments from Winter 2025 and not have at least one moment from here. The last major fight of the season was so beautifully animated with insane shots, from the blue and red lines going at it to the claw inches away from Jin-woo's eye. This battle really showcased everything the show had worked up to, and everyone involved at A1 Pictures should be proud. We got to see just how much stronger Jin-woo had really gotten after the Ant King destroyed the other S-rank hunters like they were nothing. The amount of aura that Jin-woo exerted and almost kept trolling the Ant King to the point he was actually scared for his life was insane. And to top it off, the music, especially when the Ant King involved, was stunning, making it feel almost like a FromSoft boss fight. Everything about this moment was darn near perfect, really encapsulating what makes soul leveling so fun and entertaining, making us even more annoyed we gotta potentially wait 2 years until we get more. Now we have Goku going Super Saiyan 4. This was such an amazing moment, and one Dragon Ball fans had been waiting for years to be canon. Now, does it technically create a plot hole or two? Yeah, but nonetheless, it was still awesome. Earlier, we saw Vegeta go Super Saiyan 3 for the first time, and now in the final battle, when everything is on the line and Vegeta tapped out thanks to Bulma, Goku needs to use a form that's even stronger if he's to beat Goma. And while we did see it in his kid form, seeing it in his adult form was just pure greatness. It really made all Dragon Ball fans feel like a kid again, seeing Goku burst past his limit and unlock a brand new form with the monkey tail and fur coming back and the shiny red hair. This form felt new and fresh. And to top it off, seeing his Kamehameha at the end that basically split the entire demon realm really just put the cherry on top. With beautiful animation, good voice acting, and the final hurrah from the late, great Akira Toriyama, this moment was nothing short of incredible. Next up, we have Reishi's ultimate in Shangri-La Frontier. This might be pushing it, as the episode might have come out at the tail end of fall, but it's close enough and the show aired through winter, so we're counting it. After a season and a half, we finally see Son Raku get his rematch against Lycagon entirely unprepared. We've all been there, no healing items, haven't restocked in a while, and all of a sudden you find yourself face to face with a boss. This captures that feeling perfectly, and the fight is very well choreographed and showcases all of Son Raku's improvements, as well as Reishi the attack master and some new characters as well. Throughout the fight, we see Reishi constantly building up her ultimate, since of course extremely powerful attacks have ridiculous requirements to pull off. Finally, we get to see her use it, and it is such a well animated scene and has such a great feeling of finally landing that attack. The black and white, the impact frames, and the sound effects and sound design just push this over the edge into being a memorable event from this season. Now we have Garfield vs. Kurgan in ReZero. There were a lot of great moments and a lot of sad ones in the second part of season 3, but this one really stood out. Garfield tries to play tough and do his best to protect those he cares about, but even earlier in the season we see him hesitate because of what happened in season 2, and this led to someone who looks up to him getting seriously injured. Now he has to take on a legend among the Beast People, someone thought to be practically undefeatable. The fight starts off with Kurgan not really taking him seriously, and even toying with him in a sense, as he doesn't really see Garfield as a real threat, but through this fight we see him grow and change, starting to accept his weakness and embrace it to make himself stronger. We see Garfield grow confident over the fight, and eventually as it moves into the sight of civilians, we see his strength grow, forcing Kurgan to acknowledge his ability. The choreography, the animation, the absolute impact frames are amazing, going so far as to say probably one of the best animated fight scenes not only of ReZero, but in all of anime the past couple of seasons. Next up, we have Inori getting her level 6 badge. This show is great, especially in the way it portrays kids and how they have struggles, emotions, and are real people just like anyone else. We see Inori go through a lot in each episode, tackling her fears and anxieties, putting in immense amounts of hard work and effort to really be a good skater. And the relationship between her and Coach Tsukasa is so dang wholesome and uplifting, because not only does he teach Inori and help her become the best skater she can be and to not listen to the critics, but also Tsukasa learns and grows because of Inori. He sees a lot of himself in her. So at the end of the season, when we see Inori's hard work pay off in the level 6 badge test, the way she's thanking everyone for all they've done for her and the amount she's been able to grow really just brings a tear to your eye. It's such a beautiful moment with quality 3D CGI animation and really wraps the season up in a nice little bow. Continuing on the heartstring train, we have Dr. Takao getting to say goodbye. This was an overall fun series and didn't really take itself too seriously for the most part. I mean, it's pretty much just waifu house MD. However, there was one moment that really just tugs at your heartstrings. Dr. Takao is shown as the undefeated super genius doctor, the head of the investigative pathology department. She has never lost a single patient younger than her, and when she was doing her residency in pediatrics, she encountered a young kid with cancer. She grew extremely attached, and eventually she saw him off, all healed and better, until he came back and it hit like a truck. Someone you thought was all better coming back even worse, and the show captured that feeling reasonably well. So when it was finally time to say goodbye, she was right there by his side, reading him his favorite children's book. The idea of losing a patient is tough, but even more so when it's a kid. So while the rest of the show is pretty whimsical and not too serious, this moment really just makes you feel sad, warm, fuzzy, and happy all at the same time. Next up, we have the first drawing from Natsuko, an all-around surprise of a show, as well as probably what many others thought were going to be an anime focused on anime production, ended up being an isekai. But you know what? I love my isekai goodness, and this was pretty darn good. The MC Natsuko has an ability to draw something new and change the fate of the world she isekai'd into, that being the poorly received yet adored by Natsuko anime movie. And the animation that comes from her using her power is vibrant and pretty, which is a far contrast from the darker, muddier tones of the show. The first time we see her draw, we see a very unexpected callback to Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. The drawing looks cool, and the stunning animation really shows off what the viewer is in store for over the course of the season. While it isn't the flashiest or necessarily the most impactful, it was really amazing to see and was the first hook of the show that really kept us watching. Next up, we have Chrome stepping up for Senku. Probably the best season of Dr. Stone since season 2, with a solid opening and actually had me pretty excited, especially at this moment. By this point in the season, Senku and Dr. Zeno were nearing the end of the battle, the move that would put the match into checkmate. Senku was believed dead, and for a while, he practically was, as he was in a critical condition after the quick thinking to stop the sniper bullet. The Kingdom of Science needed someone to help put a plan together and get into Zeno's base, and who better than Senku's protege Chrome. And when Chrome starts accepting the role and going to work, it just makes you feel good. No one else could really do what he does, and he has the knowledge to really pull something off. He starts coming up with a new invention, and once he finishes it, he learns it's already existing, but it's a phenomenal idea, and one that ultimately helps them win the battle. Everything is well executed to really bring this together and make the viewer excited for what's to come. Next, we have Sakamoto vs. Kashima. Now, this show had a lot of mixed opinions. However, as someone who has read the manga and someone else who is new to the IP, we absolutely loved it, and this moment really solidified Sakamoto as a great character and a good anime. This is the second time we got to see Sakamoto shed them pounds, and the suave, cool nature of him just sitting on the train staring Kashima down was so awesome. The unique way he fights too, from flicking pencil lead to using a sticker to even using a paper coupon ad to cut through literal steel. The creativity just makes this moment so exhilarating and fun to watch. The choreography is great, the music fits, and the comedy hits perfectly, especially when he uses a handrail to deflect bullets. The hate for this series is definitely not justified, and there were so many amazing moments just like this, but this one definitely took the cake. Last, but definitely not least, we have Raffle and Novak talking. At this point, you've probably heard someone mention this series, whether it's your favorite anime YouTuber or you've seen TikToks on it. This show is the definition of a masterclass in storytelling. We mentioned this in our video on anime that deserve more recognition, so go check that out in the top right corner. At the end of this series, when all the stories and plot points are starting to wrap up, we see Novak's last moments when he's talking to Raffle as the church burns down around him. The realization that what he did and what he stood for were really not justified, and that he was the villain all along, the guilt for what he had done, realizing that his daughter was still alive and found a purpose, really hits hard. This scene feels so surreal, as Novak really was the antithesis to everything the truth and main cast stood for, really showing what a great, understandable villain whose motives feel real and make sense. This series will go down as a darn near masterpiece, and this scene really sums up everything in a clear and concise way for this show. And that sums up our list of some of the best moments from winter 2025. We had to leave off a lot of moments and scenes, so let us know what your favorite were in the comments below. Check us out on Twitch and TikTok for more geeky goodness. Leave a like and share if you enjoyed the video, and until the next video, keep on geeking on.